or just get to the rear bumper of that 7, pack some air and get them off the bottom. Because Justin's so good at wrapping the bottom.
Dylan on the 7 here.
And just real quick, guys, the radio from Jim Pullman to his team about what he needs from his driver.
Because I'm pretty close. 4 more hard, man. 4 more, like, focus here, laser.
They told him, we need the 5 best laps of your life here to hold off the 88. Justin told me before the start of this race, no mistakes tonight is going to be the difference maker. He's got to continue to lay down some good laps here.
So they know there's not 5 laps to go in the race, but what they mean by that is on lower air pressure, newer tires, they feel like maybe the 88's a little better, maybe the 7 isn't good on the short run, but they know how good it is on the long run. If he can hold off Connor here for these 5 laps, then that gives him the chance to get that car back in its operating window and hopefully build a gap to the 88.
And I feel like we saw that on that last run. Connor was able to shoot through the field, get past the 7, get past Creed, take the P1 spot, able to control him, but Allgaier did not let him go. He had that down to half a second before we went caution that last time. So, and I think Connor has that sense of urgency as well. He's searching around the racetrack, looking for something to do, something different as we see a tight battle already for the 4th spot.
You know, Mayer, 3 starts here, never finished outside the top 10. 4th right now in front of Almirola. Austin Hill also in the top 10, running 7th right now. You see it down in our bumper. He's another driver that's batting 1,000 here when you talk about top 10 finishes at Nashville Superspeedway in the Xfinity Series.
If it wasn't for those Junior Motorsports cars, Haas factory team, we're having a wonderful day right now.
How many times have we said that
all
this
season
year about so many organizations versus Junior Motorsports?
And they've been the talk of the garage each and every week, because we got about 6 races into the season. Everyone's been talking about the speed of these Junior Motorsports cars. We see Chastain here go down to the apron on the front stretch. Below Daniel Dye, that's going to get tight.
Oh, wow.
What a slide. And mentally noting, okay, that car's running the bottom lap after lap, corner after corner. I need to know if I have to go high or where I want to time that pass. You don't want to get caught out where you find that you don't remember exactly where that car is running as you catch them.
And that's where you're relying on your spotter. I mean, Eddie Haas up there trying to make deals with these guys, getting them the heck out of the way, right? It's the race on the line. As you see, the 5 car goes to the bottom. Justin, first time in a long time, he's had to run up and understand what the car's like. But that's the first obstacle overcome for Justin. And each time, it's a small win after that. As he sees him too wide to steer, he knows he's got a little bit of breathing room. He'll set up for the next one.
Get around Blaine Perkins, get around the 5 of Chris Wright. By the way, all these drivers, all the lead lap, right, or most of them are. The 53 is not Maggio, but when you start seeing guys that are on the tail end of the lead lap and trying to stay there, they're going to race you pretty hard, not give you much room, because they're hoping for a caution and maybe something to get them back in the game a little bit.
They don't want you to get there, but also that was a net gain for Justin Allgaier around the 5 car. Connor Billis got held up a little bit. You don't want to have too many more of those. So far, it's been easy pickings for Justin Allgaier. He seems to be catching them in the exact right places and into the corners, perfectly timed.
So the cars he's going to get, it's going to get harder and harder and harder to make the right decision, because you're going to get to more competitive race cars the further up the field you go. You can look at a guy like Anthony Alfredo. He's a pretty smart guy, pretty savvy driver, you know, and he's just trying to fight on the lead lap, like you said, Adam, and each one of these guys is going to be much more difficult to get around if they put up a fight.
And by the way, I want to give credit where credit is due. Maggio had gotten back on the lead lap, so he was a lead lap car. Now he falls a lap down as Allgaier and Zillage come through. For 9th place here, you got the 2 of Love, 54 of Gray. And I look at Taylor Gray, you know what, he's 15 points below the cut line and just trying to hang in it. Not been a real easy day for him.
New lane unlocked by Jesse Love there in 1 and 2. I don't think anyone's been that high on purpose. Same in 3 and 4 here, out of the groove, basically, of the black rubber that's laid down.
That was too high.
That was too much. It worked in 1 and 2. It did not work in 3 and 4.
He's clearly finding grip up there, and he wants to use it. I mean, this is, you see the 18 going behind the wall there, but you see Jesse go right back up to it, all the way up above the rubber on the racetrack, and finding really, really new lanes to use. And that's when you're looking for grip, struggling for grip in the car. As Adam talked about, we're approaching the longest run of the race, and we've got enough rubber on the racetrack that you either need to be looking for a new lane or be really, really good on the bottom.
Such a shame for Williams to Wallace there. Sounds like it's maybe an engine issue. Went through a lot, very tall grass down there on the inside of the backstretch. You have to wonder if it packed up on the radiator, potentially overheated that motor. A lot of issues that can happen from spinning out like that, or if the engine spun backwards while in gear when he spun out.
Second career pole, the 37 laps tonight, but unfortunately going to finish deep in the field with a DNF and snaps a streak of consecutive top 15 finishes.
Who's your favorite